Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you my updated feelings about Lost Ark after I have been playing the game for probably over 5,000 hours since it was released in Korea in 2018. I want to do this because recently I've had a lot of new players come to my channel, to my Discord, and ask me all sorts of questions about how I feel about the game. Am I still playing it? Am I still enjoying it? How is the game after such a long time of playing it, right? Maybe it's related to this whole corona thing where more and more people, including young people, need to stay at home or want to stay at home. Myself also, the country that I'm living in, they've put us in to work from home, so we're all a lot of time indoors, no parties, no gym, no going out and stuff. So obviously a nice way to spend your time while you're indoors is playing some really fun, quality, nice game, and there's many out there, but today I'm going to talk about Lost Ark because Lost Ark is one of them. Needless to say that I have been going through ups and downs in the game, but at the end of the day I absolutely love the game and I absolutely highly recommend this game to you. The game is not out yet in the West, it's out in Korea and it's out in Russia. Obviously the more time passes, the closer we get to a Western release, which is definitely going to come sooner rather than later. The thing to note about Lost Ark is that you can play it in Russia. Creating an account and everything to play it in Russia is for free. I have a very nice guide, always linked in the description below. If you click that link, it's gonna take you to one of my videos in which I take you through everything you need to know to play Lost Ark currently in Russia. It's a 6-minute video, and in 6 minutes I take you from everything to zero, from zero to having the game on your PC. So super simple, super straightforward. Follow that guide, it's linked in the description. The game has a very interesting PvE system where organized instanced groups are a maximum of 4 players for all of the important kind of content. There's obviously places where you can queue up as more players than 4, 8 for example, for PvP in that case, or for world bosses, etc., or out in the open world. But in terms of instance PvP, it's very interesting. It's like Monster Hunter, where you gather your 3 friends or 3 pugs if you're very unlucky, and then you go inside a place with extremely few mobs and a boss that you have to defeat in a 20-minute time limit. It's very nice because the boss doesn't have any HP bars or cast bars, so you have to kind of memorize mechanics as you go. As you progress through different tiers of this raiding system, you will find more and more challenging opponents, as in bosses. Some tiers of raiding have 2 bosses at the same time in the same place, and there's a lot of intricacy in terms of gearing up as well. The way you gear up, it works on a whole item level system, and the more item level you have, the more tiers of instance content you unlock, right? Also there is dungeons, there is also elite kind of dungeons that you do on a daily basis. There's daily quests, there's, you know, the game has everything for you in terms of PvE content, everything from drama to amazing and very high skill cap boss fights, right? The game also introduces leaderboards for PvE as well, since we're talking about it, and you can compete with other players, other guilds, in terms of who finishes that thing faster. The game also introduces equalized gear for those encounters with the leaderboard thing, where it doesn't matter what gear you have, you can just enter. Everything is equalized in terms of PvE content and stats, and then your party tries to beat the time of that other party and stuff. Super interesting ideas they have in Lost Ark in terms of PvE content. They have from everything from crafting to farming to gathering to grinding mobs in the open world, all the way through dungeons and these kinds of daily kind of content, daily content to get gold, daily content to get gear, daily content to get mats and stuff, all the way up until raiding and this kind of very leaderboardy, very specific, equalized, I wanna beat your party's composition. So if you're that kind of a player, or if you're not that kind of a player, you just enjoy dungeons and casual things, you're gonna find that content in Lost Ark. One of the reasons why the game is extremely exciting, because it offers content for everyone, not only for those niche players that just wanna be at the top and just compete with, you know, equalized, I beat your time by 2 minutes milliseconds, but also for the people who want to play casually and just have fun and explore a variety of classes. In terms of PvP, there's obviously leaderboards, there's ranked seasons with prizes at the end of the season depending on where you've placed. There is arena. Most of the PvP is done actually in an arena. 3v3 PvP is the only ranked version of the arena, but there is also 1v1v1v1 battles where your team of 3 meets another team of 3, and then you play the first guy on the other team, and then the second guy plays the second guy in the other team, and then whoever wins stays in the arena, and that team eventually wins the whole match. So it's a very interesting system. Obviously PvP is rewarding. I will have to say that it's not the most rewarding kind of PvP in terms of goodies that you get that I've seen in any MMORPG, but it's quite up there. It's very nice to do, very pleasant. If you're the PvP kind of person, again, you have everything from casual PvP, you can do unranked, you can play with your friends, you know, just to have a blast, a laugh, etc. 1v1s, very nice and fun. I have many videos like that on my channel, even commentated ones. A lot of fun, and it brings for a lot of nice memes up until the very ranked version. And then on top, even better than the ranked kind of PvP in game, Lost Ark also has esports LAN tournaments. Korea did already their first esports LAN tournament this year in January. Russia now is doing it as I'm recording this video. There's a LAN kind of PvP tournament esports for Lost Ark ongoing for them as well. So obviously in the West, there's gonna be that also. So that implies casters, that implies teams, that implies cash money prizes. You have as a PvP player, again, everything in Lost Ark. If you're a completionist, if you're a person who likes to do achievements and stuff, there is the whole sea and water content. There's boats to be acquired. There's sailors for those boats that improve the boat in this way and that way. You can do fishing, scuba diving, diving for treasures, a lot of things. One of my favorite things in Lost Ark is actually the sea and water content. It's not the PvE and it's not the PvP. It's stuff on the sea. It's so relaxing, so fun, such an amazing soundtrack on the back of it, so rewarding, and so, I don't want to say grindy, I just want to say a long-term commitment to get all of this boat and sea and water content things ready, right? To have all the boats and stuff. There is fast goals that you can reach in terms of sea and water content, and there is very long-term goals like like for example the pirate ship. There is a ship in the game, it's a pirate ship, and it's the fastest out of all the boats, and then that's a goal that's going to take you about 2 years to accomplish, right? So it's interesting. It has content for everyone, and you're really not gonna feel that, oh man, I cannot have fun if I don't have this, or if I don't do things at that level. There's no such thing. You can have fun in Lost Ark from item level 250, which is a very low one, up until item level 800, which is a very high one. So it's really nice. A top tier choice for these times when you might want to stay more indoors, or you might want to do activities that don't require you touching or sneezing in other people's faces. A very good choice because it's fun, exciting, it's gonna make your day a lot better if you just play it an hour, 2 hours a day. And on top of everything, it has many extra perks in case you're gonna actually love the game. In case you're gonna wanna make Lost Ark your next home, your next MMORPG when it does come out, you're gonna already know what class you're gonna play, and that is the single biggest advantage you're gonna have compared to a lot of other players who are not trying the game out now and who don't know what class they're gonna play. In Lost Ark, the way the game works is that there's a lot of bound goodies and consumables and very important things, character progression things, bound on one character. Knowing the class you're gonna play in release for us is gonna be a huge asset, because all of your time is gonna be spent on that class. All of your goodies are gonna be accumulated on that class. So you're gonna have a substantial advantage to everyone else that tries this class 2 weeks, next class another 2 weeks, and then 6 months later they're still trying out classes and trying to figure out if they're a bard or a warlord or a soul master. Lost Ark has been out for a bit over a year and a half, and I am playing it since the beginning, and I can tell you that up to this day I have not gotten bored of the game, not even a single bit. I did get bored of little specific parts of the game, but I cannot even call that boredom. I'm just gonna call that I've discovered all the game throughout, and I know that this bit and that bit is just not something that I want to do in MMORPGs in general, not that I didn't know that from my previous games. And this was everything for today's video, guys. I thank you so much for watching. I hope this gives you a better overview on what someone that has been playing the game for a long time still feels about the game in general. I hope this gives you a good overview on, or at least a basic overview on what the game contains and what you can expect from the game as you're starting to play it, and also as you've been playing it for a year like myself, for example. Remember, there's a guide in the description below teaching you everything from start to finish on how to play Lost Ark in Russia. And until my next video, I wish you guys lots of love, stay safe, and take it easy.